Now we're going over to our next presenter, that is Mr. Omer Yilmaz. And what Mr. Omer do, he's an industrial developer from Turkey. And he's going to speak on methods for moringa grower families to quickly increase their income using moringa semi-products for cosmetics. And Mr. Yilmaz, he also works with the animal feeds, discover the numerous advantages of incorporating moringa into the feed industry. So that is working with, feed, like poultry and all that. Mr. Yilmaz, you can get onto the floor and on the screen. And Jeanette, will you please start sharing his presentation, please? You can unmute yourself, Mr. Omer.
Okay, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Jeanette. I am from Turkey, and my brief bio here. And I born in 1968 in Turkey. After graduating from elementary and middle school, studied at Turkish Navy as a deep sea diver and taught deep sea diving. In 1994, studied business management at Drexel University in Pennsylvania, United States. Worked in Qatar for LNG port construction as a supervisor. 2010, I started my own business, import-export. As of now, doing research and development for different sectors and concentrating on industrial development and turnkey marketing production lines. Okay, I'm starting my presentation using methods for moringa grower families to quickly increase their income using moringa semi-products for cosmetics. I would like to start my presentation, one of moringa success story about Peggy from Costa Rica. Next slide, please. And if you click on the Costa Rica moringa, please. Next slide, and click on the Costa Rican moringa. This is a very good success story that I would like to take some sentences from this website. Peggy is a very interesting person that we can talk about his moringa project. When Peggy working for the National Bank of Costa Rica in Uita, a small beach town along the coast, she wanted to work for herself and quit her position at the bank to start her own company. For a brief stint, Peggy sold cakes at the local market, which is where she first heard moringa. I'm not read everything, but I will make very important points that I would like to share. After a lot of research, Peggy realized the amazing benefits of plant. She was immediately taken by its promising health benefits, not just in the form of a powder, but in the oil pressed from its seed as well. She began using moringa oil on her skin and said the results were impressive. This is the important point that I wanted to make, one of the important points, because She began using moringa oil for her skin and said the results were impressive. So if we are believing that moringa is a miracle tree, we have to use for ourselves, and we have to believe exactly what it does in our daily life. And then another point I want to make, her father, 84 years old, and she says, my father had colon cancer. He lived with us here for 1 year. Consuming moringa gave him a few extra years, explains Peggy. So Peggy experienced that 84 years old, her father lived extra a few more years because consuming moringa. So if we consume before we getting any health problem, it means that it will affect our health in future. So maybe we won't get cancer. So that's very important that she experienced. And also I want to make a point that's very important. And yesterday I was very happy that not only me, a few other brothers mentioned this, very, very important. She says that in the future, Peggy plans to team up with other local artisanal producers to create moringa soap, shampoos, and creams using her own fresh pressed organic moringa oil. Huh? She plans to team up. So team up means very important for me that I want to make presentation about it. How moringa grower families quickly increase their income. Huh? They need to make a corporation. They need to get a team in their neighborhood as a moringa growers. Then they can get more and quicker success after it, because team is very important. One person, one farmer, maybe it's difficult for him, for her that to sell their product. But if they are group, if they are cooperative, then it can be much easier for them to find a right customer to sell their products. That's very, very important to team. Team also not only members of cooperative, also selling the end products. They must become a team with their customers. Also, they must sell their products to the buyer. Also, they become their team. So they have to look at as a team for the buyers of their products. Also, Peggy says, apart from sharing knowledge, the best satisfaction I get is from doing a good job at showing people how to be healthy, said Peggy. It's not important for me to have a lot of money, but to know that I'm helping people, huh? That's very, very important. Huh? It is not important for me to have a lot of money, but to know that I'm helping people. So when if farmers looking at this situation as a not only selling and making money from out of their products, to helping people to become healthy, it is more important to become happy. So next slide, please, Janet. Next. Yes. Can you click on this, please? Moringa oleifera, also known as the tree of life or miracle tree. It's classified as an important herbal plant due to its immense medicinal and non-medicinal benefits. Traditionally, the plant is used to cure wounds, pain, ulcer, liver disease, heart disease, cancer, and inflammation. And the article goes on, and it's a very good article, but I'm not going to take your time to read all, because probably you read before or you will read. Okay, next slide, please. And if you click on this, Jeanette. Okay, I think there is a problem with this article, but I took a note. Okay. This article also explains description of botanical and cultivation and usage, proximate composition of moringa oil seed, and properties of moringa oil, application of moringa oil in the health promotion and disease prevention. Okay, and same thing with this article, and it's a scientific article that you know, we can check later on. Okay, next, please. The seeds and oil of Moringa oleifera are interesting products for their nutritional composition and their content of bioactive compounds. Their use could have a positive impact on nutritional status and health of people developing countries. And what I understood from this article is a nutritional composition and their content of bioactive compounds. That's very important, that health of people of developing countries is must use. Actually, everyone must use. Okay. Okay, next slide, please. These all scientific articles, studies are very encouraging. I personally understood that moringa tree is a miracle tree. Now, we can check on this page, moringa oil benefits and uses. Moringa oil, actually, I want to start from one sentence I took a note here. One of the article mentioning that, end of the article mentioning that, oil, moringa oil the main component of the seed and represents 30.7 oil. Seeds, 36.7% is oil. This is very important. 36.7 of the seed weight is moringa oil. Now here, the oil can be extracted almost entirely by solvent extraction, it says in the article. But what I searched, what I learned, just because of the less yield, they choose solvent extraction instead of the cold press extraction. By my recommendation to analyzing of the oil's content, cold press extraction is better for the especially moringa grower families. Starting with cold press. It's cheaper and it's more much better than solvent. That's less yield, but it's better. So cold press extraction of moringa oil is good for moisturizers for skin and hair. So for moringa grower families must sell their product, which is moringa seed, directly to the customers, to their customers in their country or neighboring countries or overseas, and they can increase their income very quickly. That's the easiest way. You know, they can collect the seeds and bag it and sell it. They can make money. It's easy. But for them, if they can make a production of extraction of oil, moringa oil, more profit. So second step for them to learn how to make oil from the seeds. So for example, they start selling the seeds. When they make profit out of it, they can make a machinery. They can start pressing the seeds and make an oil. So after they use that oil to sell in the country or neighboring countries and overseas countries, which is a very important product, moringa oil. So moringa oil, we can use in our daily life, like Peggy said, we remember, she was very impressive that the result she got from using on her skin. So how we can do it after cold press of moringa oil? It's very easy to use for skin and hair care. There is a formula here. There is a formula here. 2 cups of carrier oil, such as almond oil that has moisturizing properties, 5 to 10 drops of moringa oil, thanks, Janet, and 5 to 10 drops of beneficial essential oil, such as lavender or tea tree oil. So we have seeds. We pressed, took 36.7% out of the seeds, moringa oil, and we can use 5 to 10 drops daily for our skin using with 2 cups almond oil and 5 to 10 drops of lavender or tea tree oil. So how easy? We don't need to go to cosmetic companies to make a soap or shampoo. That's if we want to get result out of moringa oil, what we produce for our daily life, it's easy, so we can use it. We make use our family, neighbors, and everybody in our area. That's very easy. Also, there are commercially produced products such as herbal essence, golden moringa oil for hair. They may provide easy to access benefits. You can also create a skin or hair care oil treatment with moringa essential oil. Next slide, please. Okay, now we have the seeds. We did cold press. We had a oil out of it, 36.7% of the total weight. And then we use that our mixture for wound therapy and antifungal therapy. We can check these articles that not only for a cleanser and moisturizing for the skin and hair, also healing properties of moringa oil and antifungal activity of crude extract and essential oil of moringa oleifera. So these are very important that we have moringa oil on our hand. So next slide, please. Okay, nutrients and anti-quality factors in different morphological parts of the moringa oleifera tree. So this abstract, too much detailed, but I will mention a last sentence here that it's involving with my next presentation. It says here, the leaves of moringa oleifera and the residue obtained after the recovery of oil and coagulants can be good source of proteins of animal feed. So there is nothing left over from the moringa tree. Everything can be usable. For this presentation, I want to make a point of leaves of moringa oleifera. Next slide, please. Next. Yes, after this one also. Next. We can check these articles later on for our own interest. Now for leaves, that's very important for when we start commercially producing cosmetics like soap and shampoo, will heal fungal and skin infections and will heal also cuts, wounds, and burns by adding ethyl acetate fraction of the moringa leaves extract. So I have a study, I have a research that extracting moringa oleifera leaves okay, next page, please. Where has been tested to compare with the result of ultrasound extraction. Now, I tested moringa oleifera leaf powder extraction to compare with ultrasound extraction, how I can use in commercially in soap and shampoo production. Okay, next, please. Okay, there are contract manufacturers able to team up with you on this particular business opportunity. So remember, we start with Peggy. Peggy wanted to team up also for moringa grower families, for them to quickly increase their income. They can make soap and shampoo, cream, and other products from moringa oil and leaf powder by having contract manufacturers team. So they can have their own brand with their seed oils and leaf powders. So when they receive the end product from the manufacturer, they start making profit out of it. Huh? So first thing, they can sell the seeds, they can make the oil from the seeds, they can sell the leaves, and they can dehydrate the leaves, grind it as a powder and sell it. Make money is very easy. They can make income. But at the same time, it's not a small amount of money to manufacture soap and shampoo for them. They can contract manufacturing with the companies that willing to do it. They can own their brand to sell in their country or neighboring countries or even overseas. But overseas, that's another thing that yesterday and today we are talking about the organic involving. It's a very important point to selling to United States and Europe. You must have organic soil certification, organic product certification, and the buyer must have organic certification to manufacture. Then you can sell it to the United States and Europe countries. But conventional way, still you can make money and still it's healthy, not big problem, because involvement with the organic paperwork is a headache. So starting with a conventional product, selling inside of the continent is easier than getting organic papers later on. Huh? Now there are companies. There are companies willing to manufacture for them their raw product or semi-product to the end product, soaps and shampoo and creams or masks or even aromatherapy, massage oil and others. Huh? Next, please. So I wish success to Peggy. Remember, we start with Peggy. Peggy from Costa Rica. Even her grand generation probably knew the benefits of moringa tree. But in my country, in Turkey, the Entrepreneurial Women Association, who hardly pronounced the moringa word, they started to grow moringa first time in Turkey a couple years ago. And they are so happy to stretch their land every year. So not only in Africa or United States, Nepal, India, and other some Asian countries, they are involved with the moringa oil professionally, moringa tree professionally. Also, we have growers, moringa tree growers in Turkey. So it's very nice that getting together. These group of women make association to produce soaps and shampoo for their income. Next slide, please. So these are the Turkish women. They start from the seeds and grow the trees and make the product, shampoo and soap. And now they are buying more land to grow more trees, and they are very, very happy about it. Next, please. Okay, okay, before questions, it's not in my presentation, but I think it's very important that I want to make a point out of it. Because yesterday I thought that it can be very good to speak about it for me. How to dehydrate of the leaves. This is a big problem. I think it's a big problem because the technology is growing very fast, and we have to catch up with the technology, and we have to solve the dehydrating moringa leaf, moringa tree leaves very quick and very good results. For this, there are companies who builds some dehydrating group of machines that works by heat pump. So heat pump dehydrating is very, very suitable for the moringa oil leaves dehydrating. That's I think it's very important. How it works? It's a component, and a heat pump works with a compressor running with electricity, and going up to certain temperature, and with this temperature, moringa tree leaves lose their moist, but lose their moist as a not air, humid, but as a water. So you take out this water from the component, outside of component, out of component, and in a very short time, like 12 to 16 hours, you can dehydrate about 1.5 tons of moringa leaves. 1.5 tons of moringa leaf can be hydrated in 12 to 16 hours by a heat pump system. It's a new technology available now, but the problem is like all other things, when the product, the system is high quality, is very expensive to buy. If it's a bad quality, it's cheap, but it doesn't function the way it's supposed to be. So I recommend to search very carefully dehydrating system working with heat pumps. Also heat pumps using electricity, right? So you can use this electricity from the solar panels. So it's a win-win. The dehydrating moringa leaves, moringa tree leaves, by this way, it can be very, very easy and cheaper. That I want to make a point also. And cold pressing, before I said, solvent extraction is okay, more yield, but cold press probably is better for the good quality, I believe. Okay, and other things that on the subject, I think that's all. Okay. Any questions?
Yes, thank you, sir. Is there any questions anybody want to ask? And welcome to everybody else that has joined us. Welcome, Lungele. Welcome, Priscilla. Welcome, Joshua. Welcome, Mr. Uba. Daniel, you want to say something?
Thank you for welcoming us.
Pleasure, Lungele. Daniel, we can't hear you.
Yes, Mariana, thank you so much. Network load today. I'm saying that, Mr. Omar has presented quite well the solutions, and possibilities. I just want to find out about the dehydrator and, the heat press machines, if he can share more about those, and where they're coming from, and if maybe the price points maybe. So we'll be interested to
Mr. Omer, did you hear what he said?
Yes. What was the product price exactly? Which one?
On the heating machine.
Okay. Heat pump system dehydrates about 1.5 ton in less than 24 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. Dehydrating by not losing any nutrition. So that's the very, very important point. Huh? You can dehydrate with a lot of different ways, but losing any nutrition from out of leaves is very, very important. For this, there are vacuum pumps takes the heat from the component out of component, but not losing any temperature at the same time. That's that's the important point. Huh? Right now, for 1500 product dehydrating capacity is around $40,000. There are companies make same production in United States, they and from maybe China, but like I say, the quality is quality and prices like when the quality rise, high quality expensive and less quality is cheaper, but it must be good quality and cheap. So there is a Turkish company I can introduce. You can see their references. You can visit the customers of them. You can see the results by the eye, and then you can make the decision. But the price is last time I got is around $40,000.
Thank you, Mr. Omer. Yes, this is very interesting because that is where we are lacking a lot, is on quality machines, for extraction, dehydrate, all the leaves and all that. And it is very, very important that we get the knowledge, that we get the information across to people, and it will also be suitable that people start farming, cluster farming, so that they can work together in groups. So when they do a setup of a factory, then it's a whole group of farmers that are working together, and then they would be able to get the funding because they are cluster farming, and it doesn't matter what the size of the cluster farm is, and we will get the quality out there. So training is very, very important. Joshua, you are here online. You want to tap into this a little bit? Just quickly.
Yes, quickly. Thank you very much, Mr. Omer. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I couldn't come in earlier because of internet work. Internet hasn't been stable for me. Mr. Omer, are there alternatives of getting more cheaper equipment that are very effective for our farmers? Because our members' funding is a bit bigger. It's a big challenge for them. Are there alternative, cheaper ones, or do you have a plan that maybe because my discussions with you, you were saying that you have a plan that you can also support them with the architects' designs for local manufacturing. Did you speak about that?
Yes, there is a company. I can give their information also. I can give the information Turkish companies. But also, there are a couple more things that we must talk about it. We must talk about it. Okay, I took a note yesterday. 1 second.
Because if their equipments are very expensive to export down to their home countries, and there is a plan where he could get the designs and give to the local manufacturers to design them for our local farmers or something, even if there is a price quote on it and it's more affordable, I think that one, majority of our growers will be able to get it, because export charges alone is another headache on its own due to the size.
Okay. I understand. Now, when I make another point, now you will. Let's see. Now.
Okay. Thank you.
More important than everything is it is necessary to selling fish line instead of giving a free fish to Africa. Huh? Okay, it is necessary to selling fish line instead of giving free fish to Africa. So what I'm trying to say is, wherever you get from machinery, you have to make a point that they manufacture in your country. That's very, very important. Huh? So if any company is willing to sell the dehydrating machinery to you in a midterm, a few years later, they must give you know-how to make that machinery in your country. That must be in the contract. That's very, very important. So doesn't matter the capacity. When the capacity is smaller, the price is smaller. When the capacity is higher, the price is higher. But the problem is, you have to make the production machinery in your own country. That's how you can make the money. That's how moringa grower families make the profit out of it. Huh? That's very important.
Joshua, will that mean that for SADC, the southern part of Africa, that we look at the local manufacturers rather than imports? But we'll have to discuss that afterwards and have a look and see how that will affect, and because price is always a major issue, and import duties and all that.
Okay,
Hello.
okay.
Hello.
Joshua? Yes, Lungile, you may ask question.
Yes, please. Can I ask? Can he show us the picture of the machine? Maybe we can ask some of the engineers here in Eswatini design that machinery for dehydration, the heat pump, because I had some others here. They were showing an interest to design some machinery for any product or anything that you can design. Like, for instance, if you want to do the dehydration or probably doing some other things. So I'm thinking aloud as to, is it possible for him to show us the machinery or the heating pump that he's talking about, or share with us?
That's no problem. There's no problem. I can share the company's website. Also, I can share the United States companies, Chinese companies' websites. Also, you can check from the Google. Heat pump dehydration. That's the,
Okay.
You can
All
check
right.
from.
Okay. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, whoever is going to sell to you, they must willing to give know-how in couple years to make the machinery in your country. Then you can win. Then humanity can win. You know what, Africa? This what needs Africa. Huh?
Yes. Development, innovation. Yes.
Yes. Also, before I forget.
Yes.
Same thing about soap and shampoo machinery production line. Huh? As I am an industrial developer, I can arrange for you. I can give price capacity from the Turkish companies in midterm, in a couple years later, to make your own production in your country. Now you can make a contract with Turkish company and you can have your own soap and shampoo and sell it to EU, United States in your country. But in the meantime, you have to have your own production, soap and shampoo line and other lines in your country, in African countries. Maybe small capacity farmers, moringa tree growers must have these production lines. That's how they can make more profit. Also,
Yes.
yesterday, Emmanuel from the Canada mentioned about blockchain. And blockchain is okay, very good, very good, very good. Okay. At the same time, Moringa coin. Huh? Joshua, Maria, you must think about Moringa coin, Bitcoin, like coin. How, for example, if you, if any company make a production of soap and shampoo for you with your seeds, oils, and leaves, dried leaves powder, how you exchange? Huh? You have to sell it and you have to buy it. You have to sell the raw product, which is seeds and powder, or oil and powder. So you get paid, and then you pay for the shampoo and soap. If in future, it must be also a Moringa coin, like blockchain also, Bitcoin, maybe Moringa coin, like paying by the,
Yes.
the amount of you send seed, same amount of shampoo and soap you receive. That's
Exactly.
one also. Forget.
What are you saying, Daniel? Daniel, you say something there in a message. Bartering, yes.
Yeah, I was
Barter,
asking whether
barter.
it's about bartering.
Yes, it's the same thing. Yes. And that is where the future is going. In technology, development, innovation, come up with all this, you know, join blockchain, join the Bitcoin, make sure that you are in the game everywhere. And if we don't join, we will fall behind, and soon we will not have anything. Someone else will take it away from you. So yes, thank you, Mr. Omer. You're actually opening a lot of channel thinking, you know, to make sure that we bringing, you know, thought to our minds, and that we can, you know, look at all these machineries. And you mentioned something else as well, ultrasound extraction. That is very interesting. I would like to read and go look a little bit more into it. I will Google and I will have a discussion with you offline. I'm very interested to learn about it because of my I'm bringing knowledge, you know, to the world. So I would like to bring that, you know, to the world and discuss it and investigate a little bit. Thank you, Mr. Omer. We really appreciate, and please feel welcome to put your contact details in the message box so that people can connect with you. Thank you.